Hi everybody, welcome back. I would just like to share with you how I set up my bullet journal. I've been bullet journaling for the past 8 days and I'm really enjoying it. I followed the original bullet journal setup by writer Carol and I made some modifications, but I didn't really deviate that much. So if you're thinking of setting up your bullet journal, you can go to his website. It's a very helpful tool for you to get set up, and you can also watch his YouTube video. Now I want to share with you what I have done in my bullet journal so far, and hopefully you can get some pointers, or you can be inspired by what I've done in my bullet journal. So, first, the notebook, what notebook to use. From the original video, he said that you can actually use whatever notebook that you have there. But for me, I decided to go for the thin notebook because I have my planner here. I got this notebook. I didn't really invest on a thicker notebook because I'm not sure if I'm gonna like bullet journaling, so I bought a thin notebook, and this is 13 by 21 centimeter, 80 squared pages by Moleskine. There, I covered this in using the Pergamano technique. I have a video of how I did this cover, or how I covered this notebook, and it actually doubles as a pocket here, so you have a secret pocket there. So if you want, or if you're interested, you can go see my channel and look for my Pergamano tutorial on how to make pockets. Okay, so I bought a squared notebook, and the first section, it's the same from the original, is the index, which is your table of contents. You just, as you go, you will write the page number here and write a description of what that page is about. Now you will also see all throughout my planner or my bullet journal that I have flower drawings there. So I decided that my bullet journal will all be about flower or floral theme. So, and I want to keep it simple and functional. I can, I can satisfy my artsy or crafty thing in my planner, but my bullet journal will be something, functional and simple. That's what I intended. Let's see if I can hold on to my initial thoughts. And the second section will be a future log. Now this is also the same from the original. All you have to do is split this into 3 sections, and then so you will have actually 6 future months. So this month is February, so I started March, April, May, June, July, August, and I'm not missing extra months, so it's really fine. So far it's working well for me. I'm not sure if it's gonna continue working for me, but I like it like this. My next section is actually my word for the year, and for this year I chose believe. Last year I have hope for my 2015 word, and this year is believe. And I want to keep this simple, as I mentioned, so I didn't put anything, and I want the focus of this page to be my word for the year. And I have the yearly calendar here. I've seen a lot of people doing this, but at first I really like the idea of having a calendar, but writing it down is very tedious. Actually splitting it, looking, matching the numbers, how you're gonna set it up, it's not very easy for me. Writing it down January, February, I'm fine, I'm excited. Then when you come to March, oh my goodness, it's very hard. And then May, I have to write some more months. It's not very easy. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again for my next notebook, but yeah, I still can remember that it's not easy. So if you're thinking of doing this, you think again if you really want, or you can do it in stages. Well, it's really up to you, but I'm just, putting it out there that it's not easy. The next one is my monthly overview. So this is February 2016, and actually the original is to write down the days of the month for that month, and you just have one column here for everything, which is what an overview should be. There should be just one that when you look at it, you see everything. But what I did is I split it into two, which is not working for me, because I will scan the page here and then I will scan it again. So that means I'm not really looking at it on a bird's eye view, but I'm actually scanning it 2 times, which is not very ideal. For some people it may work, but for me, the next month it will just be one column for my monthly overview. And then the next page, or the opposite page, is actually where you will put your tasks or goals that you want to accomplish for the month. And the original bullet journal has just one blank page here. What I did for my one is actually split it into 4 to represent the 4 areas of my life that I have tasks to do. Personal is self-explanatory. Business is what my husband and I set up. And then I work full-time. And then of course I have a section for my hobby, which is my bullet journal, my crafting, my YouTube, my Instagram. So I have covered bullet journal, which I've done, so I can cross it out. So this is my hobby section. And then my next section is something that I devised myself. I want to have a savings plan and a repayments plan. So what I did, because I have a floral theme, is I split it into 2, and every time I save, I will update the top portion, and every time I pay, I will update it to go down. I made a mistake on this one again, because this is actually, it should be the other way around. The top one should be a flower and this side should be a leaf, but I don't know what happened. It's wrong. So what I did is every time I will save, I will draw a flower. So for February, if I save, I will draw a flower. Now one flower represents $125. Now if in case something happened in February and I need to prioritize my money elsewhere, I will put probably a flower and I will put here minus $20. That means on the month of February I saved $105 only. So I want this savings to be flexible, although my saving plan is actually fixed. Sometimes you don't know what's gonna happen. You can have $5 more for your travel savings, and I can just put one flower plus $5. I want this to be flexible. Same for repayments. Now this is the money that my husband and I set up that we will pay every month for our business loan. Now if I want to pay more, then actually I will just put plus 200. So I paid 1,000 for that loan, and that will go all throughout the year. I may be able to pay it off like in June. So I want this to be flexible. So that's my savings and repayment plan. The next one is a tracker that I've seen a lot of people doing, and so I made my own tracker. But I have 3 errors in this page. I hope you don't do the same error that I did. It's the first one is this wrong spelling. What's this? We are what? This is supposed to be what, but I wrote wrongly. So this is my first error. My second error is actually the layout of the page. I started here, so I have this space here, and then when I finish 29, I actually have a lot of space here left. So what I did is to cover that mistake, or to fix it, I duplicated this to here, which is actually fine. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this again, because if we have 31 days, so that means it will be very far here. So yeah, that's this is not gonna happen anymore. And my third error for this page is actually I forgot to put the month in my header, so it should be February tracker, so that when I have lots of trackers here in my notebook, I will know which month it is, because the month should be there. So that's my third error. I still want to put the month, and I cannot put it here, so I just it's not very nice looking, but it's gonna have to do. And my next section or collection is about flower doodles. As I mentioned, I'm gonna make this bullet journal as a floral theme, so I will need inspiration every now and again. When I'm decorating, I will just look here, oh, I can draw something like this, so I can do a variation of this, or combination of this and this. I can be flexible, so I can actually draw this and then add this to here, so something like that. But sometimes you forget what else can you draw apart from daisy and roses or something. Yeah, I need inspiration. And then this is actually the actual planning, which is my dailies. I followed the original one. If you put a dot, that means that's a task that you need to do. Once you cross it, then that means it's done. If you draw an arrow, then you move it to the next day. If you draw the other direction arrow, it's actually arrow to the month, so you're gonna put it in your future log. So that's the idea of their daily task list. And then, because I mentioned to you that I have lots of error in my bullet journal, I decided I allot a space for my bullet journal notes. It's not just the errors, but also the things that I find is nice. For example, I want my headers not to be here, the title of my section not to be on top, but I want it in the middle, and I like writing words around it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna show up in all my pages for sure, like this. I put it not on top, but I will just put it everywhere like that. And I want to share with you also something that I made an error, like the calendex for the year. To be part of the initial setup, I lost 3 whole pages for this, and I want to ask, do I need this? So when I visited the bulletjournal.com website, I saw from there something about calendex. This is Calendex 2016, and this is invented by Eddie Hope. The original setup is actually 1 or 2 pages for the whole year, but I have a fairly small notebook, so I decided that I'll do a 3-page calendex. And so I divided into months for the columns, and then here the rows will be the maximum day that a month can have, and this dotted lines represent weeks. So 11 is actually a Monday and 17 is a Sunday. And this solid line here, solid horizontal line, is the end of the months of February 29, then April 30. and this works as an index plus a calendar. For example, in February 11, I have a box with 18 inside. So that means in page 18, I should be able to find what I have to do on 11th of Feb. So I have 6S inspection that I need to do on the 11th of Feb, which is this one. And I put the word 6S there just to remind me, because the original is actually just to put this one, but I need something to tell me what that is, so I just put something there. So that's Calendex by Eddie Hope. And then these are just my pages. Okay, February memories. I started bullet journaling. Some people will doodle what happened. I'm not very good at doodling other things, so I decided I'll just put words. But so far, I'm really liking it, the words like that. So yeah, it's gonna happen for my next month. It will be something like this, very simple one. My next page is actually IVF treatment or fertility treatment page, and I was a bit hesitant in sharing this page, but then I decided that okay, I'll share it in my Facebook group about bullet journaling, and I received lots of support from there. And I realized that a lot of people are actually undergoing the same experience as I did, and I also found it that it's very difficult to find a tracker or something or inserts for planning your IVF treatment. And so I created my own. I cannot find anything online. Maybe there are some, but I'm not able to find something that would work for me. So I decided I'll do my tracker and see if it's gonna be very helpful. And if you have the same experience and you'd like to know more about this, you can just message me, and I will share this with you. So yeah, that's my fertility page. And then I have my weekly daily tracking. This is a collection. This is a book that I read, or actually an audiobook that I listened to, that I took some notes. And this is the flower that I was talking about. So this is very blank, so I want to put something, and I decided, oh, maybe I can draw this again. So I drew something similar, but not very similar, not exact copy, but something similar. Then I have another collection. I saw a guy and his handwriting is something like this, and it's really very nice, so I decided I will try. So I copied this from the internet, and I'm gonna refer to this one when I write, which I did, like here. It's not very nice, I'm sorry. I don't know, I don't like it. And yeah, it's not very nice. They said because I'm using the wrong pen, you should use a flexible pen to be able to have this contrast of thin and thick lines. And I use a fine tip pen. Maybe that it's a pen, but yeah, so far I'm not liking it. And then this is another of those collection page, and my, again, daily. So what has changed from last week to this week is how I draw the weather. Last time I used to do it every day, but I find that it's easier when I do a 1 week weather check, because that's what I normally do. I will check the weather every week. And I came from a very tropical country, so we only have sunny and raining. It's easy to tell when it's gonna rain. It's very predictable, unlike here. We have four seasons, and I find it difficult to dress for the day. For example, in the morning it's cold, so I wear something thick, but then after 2 hours it's so hot. And I'm just sweating. Is very hot, and sometimes I think it's not very cold. I'll wear something for summery, and then suddenly it will rain. It will be very cold. So it's very important that we check the weather. So that's now I understand why you need to look at the weather forecast every day. So yeah, that's my bullet journal so far. After 1 week, I've made a lot of progress. I have actually filled up 26 pages of my bullet journal, and it's just been a week. So yep, I'll keep on using my bullet journal, and I will enjoy every page of it. So yep, thank you for watching. I hope you got inspired, or I hope you learned something from my bullet journal, and don't make the mistakes that I did. Okay, see you again next time. Bye.